G'day, Darren here from Atlas Chiropractic. I'm just on my way to work and I was driving along pondering about the world as I do most mornings, and the thoughts were flooding my mind that it's just simple. If we don't know what the atlas bone is, everybody could benefit by knowing what the atlas bone is and how one little bone that sits on top of the spine that the head sits on may put your life out of balance, may be one of the causes of when our health isn't on track. Why do I say that? Why do I say everybody could benefit at some point in knowing that little bit of important information about our own bodies, our own health, and our family's health? Why? Because I'm driving along to work. I was dropping my son off to school the other morning, and I drove for what I thought was going to be a little pothole. It was full of water, and I'm racing my son down to where he had to go, and went thud, thud. I reckon the hole had to be about that deep, but the water was covering it up. And then I'm driving along the M1 heading south, and there was a bit of a wobble in my wheel. The car was pulling to one side, and I've gone, oh bugger, I've thrown my wheel alignment out. So just through a little knock, or not a little, quite a substantial knock, bit of a bump, thrown my wheel alignment out, and now I'm driving along the road. If you can see my driving wheel here, I'm driving along the road. I love my wheel like that, and I like a nice smooth wheel like most of us, but it's sitting, for me to go in a straight line, the wheel's sitting like this. It's out of balance. So what is that? The wheels are out of balance. Why did that happen? There was a knock, bump, or trauma that knocked the wheel alignment out. And I can't help but to relate that back to that's what happens to us, and that's what happens to this atlas bone in life. Most of us have knocks, bumps, and traumas, and at some point most of us will, whether it's in our young years or any stage of life, will knock the alignment of the atlas out. If the alignment is out on the car doesn't perform very well. It pulls to one side, puts pressure on the motor, puts pressure on the tires. Things wear out quicker because things are out of alignment. And that's how simple this atlas is. That's what our message is to the world, that if the atlas is out of alignment, the body is out of alignment, because it will compensate to hold the head up, and we simply wear out a little bit quicker and run into health problems. So I wanted to share that this morning. That's why I believe everybody could benefit by getting their atlas checked at some point, and knowing about the atlas and how it can affect your life. I'm sitting here on my way to work, but it's hard to leave home, mate, I tell you, because how beautiful is that? All right, so I'm going to keep trudging on. I just wanted to share that message. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.